people so much, I can't love another race. I can't. I can't love the Africans over there. I can't love the Chinese man over there. I can't love the white man. Why? Because I love blacks and Hispanics too goddamn much for that. Too much. And that's how the Lord loves us.
All white people, every white person in the world should apologize personally.
We gotta be brothers again, man. We gotta start having mercy and compassion upon each other. Because the world is getting ready to go into World War II.
This is our inheritance. This is what we're supposed to get.
That's right.
Hey, yo, show love.
If you got a problem with black people or whatever, you better shut your mouth. Because they're God's people. You better hear what I'm saying to you. You better shut your white mouth.
Get him out of priest of hand, man. See, what he's saying is heavy. Because, hold on. What he's saying is very important. Because it's not just about race. Now, although it's a very important factor, but it's not just about race. But, see, they hate you so much that they're willing to destroy their own kind. See, Donald Trump said, a lot of people say, if you don't like America, then why are you still here? Just leave. See, Trump, when Biden was president, he said he didn't like America. So if he didn't like it, why didn't he just leave? See, but he still, this is what you don't understand. If you hate it, just leave. It's not a great point. Because where do we go? Now, you say take us back to Africa. We're not even from there.
Right.
The Africans don't even like black people.
Right.
You can ask anybody who's living in Africa right now. See, the craziest part is that the Africans don't like us. They don't like each other either. Because they're at war with each other as we speak. But you can't tell us to say, if you don't like America, then go back. Well, Trump, when Biden was president, didn't like America. Why didn't he just leave? The argument isn't as valid as you think it is. Because it's really just, hold on. Give me Psalms 83 and 3. See, now we gotta break down the hatred of the oppressor. Because now that we know that's deeper than it really is, now we can go into the nitty gritty. The very specific details on what they've done to us. Got that?
Got it.
Read.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 83, verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
See, the white man has taken crafty counsel against blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. See, the crafty counsel is more than just slavery. It's way deeper than that. They've changed our Bible several times.
Right.
And in the modern day, they've now made, what was it called? The Queen James Bible. Now they have a homosexual Bible. See, the oppressor loves to edit what makes us us.
Right.
They love to steal your culture, which is why they are the Jews today. See, the oppressor is the biggest culture vulture on the face of the earth.
Right.
The number one unaliver, the number one robber, the number one rapist. But they put it all on us with the same statistic that everyone loves to quote: 13% of the population, but 50% of the crime, which is such an over-exaggerated thing because one is false. Because you have to understand the false convictions. See, we are the most people in this country that are falsely accused of crime.
Right.
Exhibit A, Emmett Till. He was falsely accused, and the person who did it was able to live a prosperous life. But then on her deathbed, she said, "Oh, I lied about that," and got to live a full life when he was lynched. See, you gotta understand that they've taken crafty counsel against us, but we're too naive to see it.
Right.
Read.
And consulted against our hidden ones. Verse 4. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
and they succeeded. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation. And they succeeded. See, we were once on top of everybody. We was once the number one nation on the face of the earth. But because of us breaking our covenant and them conspiring against us, now we're at the bottom. Now we're slaves. Now we're nothing. But if we can just separate ourselves from America and separate ourselves from the world, because the Bible says, love not the world, and if you do, the love of the Father is not in you. So if we can separate ourselves from the world spiritually and learn our true heritage and come back to our culture, then maybe we can be a nation again in the kingdom of heaven, and it'll be righteous. And if you want to learn how to do that, come get a flyer. It's that simple. Keep reading.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
And that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. See, now the name of Israel is tainted with the so-called Jews in Israel right now. See, if the real Jews are not in their land, which is why what's happening is happening, because the white man wanted to be us. So to be honest, the oppressor is the definition of fake it till you make it. Because in Germany, with the so-called Jews that are in Israel right now, they wanted to be us so bad, and it's historically appropriate, because everybody wants to be black until it's time to be black. Everybody wants to be us until it's time to be us. There's Koreans with dreads, Korean rappers. People want to be us so bad, but when it's time to be black, they don't want to be black. See, the so-called Jews that are in Israel today, that were in Germany back in the day, they wanted to be a real Israelite so bad that they stole what made us and pretended to be us. So much that the people that hated us hated them, which is why we got the Holocaust. But they faked it so much that they passed that culture on to the new people that are in Israel. So now they truly believe that they're actually a Jew. But if you ask them what tribe they're from, they can't tell you what tribe they're from.
Right.
How can you say you are, Asian American or even African and not know where you come from in that place? If your name is not on this chart, you're not an Israelite. But they call themselves Jews, which is short for Judah. But eventually, the word Jew was used to address all of Israel. But if you were to ask a Jewish man today where tribe he's from, he can't tell you. He can't. He can't tell you whether he's from Benjamin, whether he's from Levi, Judah, Issachar. He can't tell you because he don't know. Because they're not actually from Israel.
That's right.
See, the country of Israel, the state of Israel, isn't just Israel. It's more than that. See, the original promised land spans from around the Middle East all the way down to ancient Mesopotamia. It's bigger than that. But the craziest part is that the Palestinians gave the Jewish man their land, and yet they're biting the hand that feeds them. Because they're greedy. See, the Jews run America, if you didn't know. But the plot twist is America hates Jews because they hate us. See, if you hate blacks, you hate Jews. If you hate Hispanics, you hate Jews. If you hate natives, you hate Jews. You're anti-Semitic. But you're led to believe that we're supposed to love the Jewish man, and they call themselves Jewish for a reason. It's in your face. The suffix ish is like somewhat, like kinda. They're not actually Jews, and they tell you this every single day, but you can't see it. They call themselves Jewish because they're not actually Jews. Read verse 5.
Verse 5. For they have consulted together with one consent that they are confederate against thee.
See, the oppressor is confederate against us, so much so that they've changed our Bible. See, the original Bible used to have the Apocrypha in it, but now it's not in it no more. It's the book of 1st Maccabees, 1st and 2nd Ezra's. All these books that were in the Bible before were taken out because it has so much history in it that you could trace back to the ancient days.
Right.
See, what's his name? Alexander the Great. He's in the Bible, but you don't know this because they took it out the Bible because they don't want you to know your true history. The Bible. Oh yeah, kind of. So they don't want us to know who we really are, which is why we're in the condition that we're in today. Which is why the blacks and Hispanics are so low down at the bottom.
Right.
Because the oppressors don't want you to know who you are. Because if you did, you could easily come back to your culture. which will lead you to come out of America, which will lead to Christ coming back. But because they're so afraid of Christ's return, and they know that they will be slaughtered by the angels, that they want to reign supreme for as long as possible. Which is why they're so confederate and conspiracy against us. Which is why they stole the Bible and made it theirs. Which is why Christianity exists. They spread Christianity by the sword. They said, get down or lay down.
That's right.
They beat the culture out of the natives. See, the natives own this country. This is theirs. But they came and stole it. See, the natives were such a peaceful people. They were like, these natives are so soft and so kind. Let's enslave them. See, y'all love to say that, well, Thanksgiving, we don't celebrate Thanksgiving for the natives slaughtered. We just want to be thankful for. Oh, why would you celebrate Thanksgiving and be thankful for one day out of the year? Why do you need one singular day out of 365 days to be thankful? Make that make sense. Because the oppressor, when they made Thanksgiving the annual celebration of slaughter of natives, you know how they celebrated it? They gathered around and had a feast. Isn't that Thanksgiving? When you celebrate Thanksgiving with your family, what do? You gather around and have a feast. It's the same thing, but because you don't want to admit that you're a horrible human being, you want to say, well, I'm not celebrating the slaughter of natives. I'm just eating food with my family, which it doesn't matter. You're trying to make it morally justified, but no matter how you put it, it's the same thing in practicality.
Right.
Give me 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3.
Forget about the Americans up there too. United States of America. What's that up on there saying?
They not on this chart. They shouldn't be. We want to know why? Because Americans are not real Jews.
That's right.
The blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians are the Jews of the Bible.
Say that shit, say that shit.
Sorry you're not up there. That's not my fault. If you got a problem, talk to Christ about it.
Yeah.
If you got a problem, talk to the Lord about it.
Tell
That's
him,
not
huh?
my problem.
Tell them.
These are my people. You
right.
have your heaven.
Right.
You have your empire.
Tell them, yeah.
We are oppressed,
Right.
not you.
Right.
You understand?
Right, tell them.
So keep on riding. Keep on riding.
Trump.
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under Commanding General Yahana, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All black Hispanics and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yahana. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and war like apparel. Prefer our leaders can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.